Guys, it's your boy Bear Motivations. First of all, I'd like to thank the people that sent in questions for me. It's appreciated. Um, I don't know if I made it quite clear on that last post. I won't be reading out the people's names that send me the messages unless you wish me to. And secondly, the questions that you do put to me, I will be delivering in a post. So, guys, don't be shy. Send in those questions and I will answer them. I'm gonna concentrate on two of the questions today, and they're actually quite good questions. The first one's a very good question, and I hope I get this right because the English was a little bit broken. But basically, the question seemed to be is if I'm so street and I've lived a life of criminal activity, how comes I don't speak about those things in my videos? Well, I think I do. I think I touch on it. But for me personally, okay, and I say this, I'm not here to glorify that kind of life, okay? My past and what's happened with me and the way I've lived my life has ruined my life, okay? And I'm here to try and dissuade people and give that advice of the outcome, possibly, of being involved and living in that kind of environment. And more importantly, you can have a lifetime of living in that environment and being that kind of person and change what's come before. Okay, now I listen, and this is not a negative. This is just my opinion, as I always say. I hear ex gangsters that are motivational speakers now, or to motivate the young and offenders, if you like, and I see a lot of glorifying and talking on what they've done, okay, and that they've changed their life around. Now, I guess in the right situation, the right circumstances, you can talk about those things openly. Number one, you wouldn't want to incriminate yourself, and secondly, like I said, we trying to concentrate on the positives. We're not trying to glorify that life because there was moments in my life where it was fantastic. The money, the women, the partying, the champagning. Okay, and I'll say this straight, yeah, just to clear up that question. But street life, yeah, living in that atmosphere and being that kind of person on a daily is a lot different from your organized crime gangster. Okay, because people throw around this word, I'm a gangster and all of this. But if you've known real gangsters, okay, I myself know that I ain't a gangster. I never was. Okay, just small time hustler in the manor, making that change wherever I could. Okay, yes, I dealt with hard drugs on a daily basis, and yes, I did peddle out those wares. Okay, but glorifying it and talking on it, and I done this and I done that and I hurt this person, I done that, is just not really what I'm about, and it's not the message that I'm trying to show everybody. Okay, my message is what that kind of life will get you to. Okay, because I've lost everything and had lost everything in my life that was important to me because of the person I became in that kind of atmosphere. Okay, so I hope that kind of answers your question. Okay, we're not here to glorify violence, we're not here to glorify crime, okay, because all they're gonna do is take you away from your family, okay, and you're gonna end up my age, nearly 50 years old, and think to yourself, wow, I've had a ride, but look where I am now. And I'll tell you, all the guys of my age and older They are not on hitting the road. They are not on being gangster. They're on sitting in their house with their missus and a couple of dogs and their kids and having the quietest life possible. Okay? But if you still involved in that life at my age, okay, if you ain't done loads of bird, prison, okay, had some form of violence perpetuated on you, as I've said, I've been stabbed multiple times. I could be dead right now, okay, but I'm alive. I'm alive at the end of the story, okay. And for so many other people, friends I've had, acquaintances I've had along the way, it's not been that lucky for them, okay. Murdered, drug overdoses, and all of this kind of stuff. And I have rarely, in all my years, seen a happy ending from that kind of life. Okay, there's no retiring to the Hollywood Hills with your money that you've made. It just doesn't happen unless, obviously, like we said, the big time gangsters, the organised crimers, the Marbellas and these types of people, okay, that's a different ilk, okay? You're going into a different world. Like I said, my uncle's life sentences, my eldest uncle, who I'm named after, double life sentence, okay, drug kingpin, run this country in the 70s and 80s, okay? Spent most of his life in prison and came out a nothing after 20 years. Okay, my other uncle, back-to-back life sentences, came out, was a nothing. Okay, so there's no glory at the end of the tunnel in that respect. So I hope that answers your question for you. The second question was, how did I get off drugs and stay off drugs? And I think the conclusion that I came to, okay, after many, many years of on and off drug addictions, crack cocaine, and later on in life cocaine, is that you are not addicted to the drug. Okay, we concentrate when we want to get off of drugs, we concentrate on this object, the drug, whether it be cocaine, crack, heroin. Heroin, I would say, is a little bit different because your body is physically addicted to it. So therefore, when you stop, you get ill. Okay, I smoked it a couple times, but it's never really been my thing. Okay, so we concentrate on this drug. We concentrate on getting off this drug. Okay, and then we go back to it, and it's you can't understand, and we think it's this drug that we're addicted to. Okay, but it's not the drug we're addicted to. Okay, and I've mentioned this before. That what we're addicted to is escaping the reality of our own lives. Okay, and that is what the addiction is. The addiction is not to this cocaine. This addiction is not to this alcohol. Okay, all these negative behaviors, whether it's sex addiction, women, like I said, drugs. Some people have other unhealthy addictions that they have. Okay, and it has nothing to do with the object itself, whether that be a drink, drugs, or something else outside. Okay, so for me personally, you have to start concentrating about yourself and understanding the issues, problems, and things that have happened to you. Okay, that you don't connect it. You don't connect it. Yeah, you do not connect it in your mind like A, B, and that's why I'm doing C, the cocaine. Okay, and what we need to do is address our issues. Okay, so throughout all of this process, and it's only been over the last couple of years for me, and only, you know, in the recent year maybe I've got down to the place where I'm understanding myself, not blaming outside sources and outside agitators or outside things to blame for the way I react and the way I do things and the way I think. Okay, if you're addicted to drugs, get that drug out your mind. Okay, you are addicted to covering up, replacing, okay, and escaping, okay, your memories, your thoughts, and the person that you are. Okay, I don't think any level-headed person, okay, kids, when we're kids, we try things and we do things, okay, and you know, I would do another video on that where my drug journey started from a very young age. Okay, so it's going to be a natural progression to keep moving up. Okay, and if you in that atmosphere, okay, it will happen. So when someone says, "Oh, well, you smoke weed, you'll end up on heroin," not in every situation. That's a bit of exaggeration. Okay, but if you grew up in the atmosphere and the people I had around me, okay, you could see how easily you could get from weed to crack cocaine, okay? Because it's all there and it's just a progression, and the escape is needed on a more harder level, okay? So what I would say is this: if you've got a drug problem, okay, and you're using drugs and you feel it's destroying your life, okay, and you are trying to get off of this drug, maybe stop trying to concentrate on the drug itself and thinking about the drug, and start being real with yourself and honest with yourself. And I keep on pushing this agenda, okay, because I know this for myself, okay. You can have all the counselling, talking to people, saying that you're going to stop the drugs, but unless you deal with the issues behind that addiction, okay, which we all have these issues, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not. No one becomes a drug addict just because, oh, I got mixed up with the wrong people and I started no, there's an issue there. There's an issue there because 99% of level-headed, I don't want to say normal people because what is normal, okay? As I say level-headed people, 99% of level-headed people, okay, that haven't really used drugs throughout their life and they're, in their late 20s, 30s or whatever, they're not going to start smoking crack cocaine because they go and see one of their friends and they're smoking it. Oh, yeah, I'll have some of that, because they know, okay? So start looking at yourself. Start thinking about the issues that you have, that you're not clearing up, okay, that you're sweeping underneath the carpet with the alcohol, with the drugs, with the sexual activities that you're doing, okay, whatever that addiction may be, okay, and understand there's an issue behind every addiction, okay, and once you start identifying and understanding the reasons why you feel that you need to escape the life that you're living, it will become easier and clearer for you to not want these drugs, because you're sorting out the issues, you're sorting out the problems, you're understanding yourself. And once you get to them sort of places, okay, when you're accepting things about yourself that ain't very nice and accepting things about yourself that you know you need to change, okay, and just saying, I want to give up this drug, and doing that without sorting out, okay, and confronting the issues that you have, okay, it's going to be an on and off thing for you for a very long time, okay, and giving up drugs for you, will it always be floating in the background and you'll easily be back to getting sucked in, okay. So my advice to you guys and to you who sent the message, take time, okay. Think about your issues, think about the things that are bothering you, and try and address those things, and hopefully you will get a much clearer and directer picture of where you need to go. I hope that makes sense, guy, and I hope that's helpful. God bless. I'll speak to you again soon.